I had sent you the project which is to validate a credit card. Okay. So what do we mean by validating a credit card? Validating. There is something called as
Sir,
verifying.
fixing its due date.
Uh, okay, say that again, please.
Sir, fixing its due date.
Fixing its due date. No, validating is something else. Anybody else?
So
So
to verify
checking
it.
the card is valid.
Uh, Verifying and validation are both two different things.
So
Anybody else?
checking whether the number of the card is possible or not.
Number on the card is possible or not. Whether is it correct or not. Okay, whether it is possible or not. Let me tell you. Let me tell you about
Sir,
validating
are
and
you sharing your screen?
okay, I am not. Okay, I am not. Let me share the screen. All right. So validating basically means whether to check whether it is correct or not, whether it is possible or not. Okay. So let me take an example. Suppose I want to tell you my date of birth, and I tell you that my date of birth is 32nd of March 1965. Okay. What do you see here now?
Sir, date can't be 32.
The date cannot be. So that means the date is not correct. It is not possible to have this date. So that means when I validate it during the process of validation, I'll say that there is a big no here. It cannot be. He I cannot be born on this date because this date is not there. This date is not possible at all. Okay. And let me tell you, suppose if I say it was 31st of March 1965, which is actually it is not. So don't think this is my date of birth. So if I tell you that this is my date of birth, now what is the process? How will you check? Now this is okay. This is a correct date. But what you are doing right now is going to be called as verifying. So how do you check whether it is correct or not?
Checking
Sir,
number
we
of
see
days.
the total number of days. The one.
No, no. How do you check whether this is my date of birth or not?
through Aadhaar card or PAN card.
Yes, you will check my Aadhaar card, you will check my PAN card, you will check my class 10 certificate, you will check the records in the school, you will check my passport. That is verification. So the process is two things. First thing you validate, second thing you verify. Okay. Now same thing happens when you are actually entering a credit card on a website. So when you're buying something online and you say, okay, this is my number. So it is 4125 6489092121, something like this. So I enter this credit card number. So first of all, the system will actually check whether this is possible. ये है भी सही कि नहीं? Okay, and then when the system says, okay, this is a correct credit card, then it will do the process of verifying. That means it will check from the database whether this is my credit card or not, whether the due date and everything is actually matching with that database or not. That is called as verifying. So today's project is basically to check whether a credit card is possible or not. We call this as validation. Okay, so we are going to validate the credit card. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody is okay with the process of validation and verification? No problem? You can raise your hand if you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have 15 people with me. Fine, fine. Okay. Okay, now first of all, whatever we are going to do right now is not made up. It is actually there. Okay, so this is the system which the websites they basically validate. This is how they validate the credit card. Okay, when you enter a few numbers, okay, tell me how many of you have actually gone through the process of entering a credit card for buying something, for purchasing something, or maybe you have seen somebody doing it. Okay, 6, 7, 7 of you. Okay, have you noticed that when somebody is entering the credit card, when he enters the first 4 or 5 digits, it will actually show on the right hand side whether it is a Visa card or a MasterCard or an American Express card? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The moment you start typing on the left hand side, on the right hand side or somewhere it will show that this is a Visa card, or it will show this is a MasterCard. So how does the system come to know whether it is a Visa card or a MasterCard? It is because the numbers on the credit card, they have a meaning. Okay, they have a meaning. Okay, now let me just enlarge this. As you can see, the whole credit card, for example, this is a 16-digit credit card, and as my project's description says, the credit card number is, the length is between 12 digits to 19 digits. It can be 12 digits also. You know that American Express cards have a lesser number of digits. This is basically an ICICI or HDFC card. They are 16 digits, but this can go up to 19 digits also. Okay, so if I get a credit card number which is 11 digits or which is 20 digits, what happens then? Can it be a credit card
It's
number?
an invalid.
No, sir.
It's an invalid card number. So the length of the card itself says it is invalid. आगे आपको चेक करने की कुछ जरूरत ही नहीं है. फिर आप क्या करोगे? आप कुछ भी नहीं दिखाओगे. You'll just say it is an invalid card. Okay. Suppose this is a valid card, then suppose this is a valid card, 16 digits का है. अभी आपने validation नहीं करी है according to numbers, but you can see that the whole card number is basically divided into various parts. The first digit itself is the major industry identifier, which is called as MII. Okay, and it basically tells you that this card is basically meant for airlines, or it is meant for travel, or is it meant for banking and financials. You can see that all your credit card numbers, which are HDFC, ICICI, American Express, or whatever cards they are, they will start either with a 4 or a 5. So if it starts with a 4, that means it is a banking and financial. The major industry is this. Next, that the issuer identification number, that is the first 6 digits, including the first digit. The first 6 digits, that is 401288. This basically tells the system that this is the issuer. Issuer means that which organization has issued it. So that means now if it is starting with the 34 or it is starting with the 37, the rest of the digits could be anything. That means it is an American Express card. If it starts with the 4, then it is a Visa card. If it starts with the 51 up to 55. Now please remember, this is only 34 and 37. But if it is 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, then it is a MasterCard. If the first 4 digits are either 6011, or the first 3 digits are 644, or the first 2 digits are 65, then it is a Discover card. Okay, and if it is any other, we'll take it as unknown. Okay, so they are basically not known to us. Now, you can take out the first 6 digits. अब ये जो 3 वाला part है, 3 वाला part, that means starting with this ending वाला number छोड़कर और first वाले 6 को छोड़कर बाकी जितने digits बनते हैं, they are all the account number of the person who is holding this card. So your personal account number here is actually 888888 188. Am I okay here? Everybody? Okay. So I'm just explaining this to you. So this is not rocket science. Okay. The last digit, this last digit, ये जो 1 लिखा हुआ है ना साथ में, जो number 4 category में आ रहा है, that is called as a check digit. We'll discuss this check digit in the next step. Okay. So the first digit is the major industry identifier. Major industry कौन सी है? Okay, whether it is banking or airlines or whatever. Then the first digit, including the first one, the first 6 digits identify who is the issuer. Which bank is it? Then leaving the first 6 and leaving the last one, the rest of them, that is number 3 category, they are the account number of the person holding this card. And the last one is a check digit only. So check digit has nothing to do with the person. It is basically used to check whether this is fine. Okay. Okay. Let me explain the check digit first. Those who have gone through the video would know what I'm talking about. Those who have not are seeing this for the first time. Let me take 4 digits, 1763. Okay, I want to make a rule that the sum of all these digits should be divisible by 10. By the way, what is the sum of all these digits?
17.
17.
17.
So it is 17. 17 को मैं divisible by 10 नहीं कर सकता. So what should I add to it so that it becomes 20?
3.
3. So what I do is 1763. This is my original number. I add that number to it. What do you think is the sum now?
20.
20.
Don't you think the sum of all the digits now become 20, which is actually divisible by 10? Right?
Sir, but why are we
Yes.
taking the sum of these digits?
Why am I? I'm just taking an example here, beta. I'm just taking an example. I have 4 digits and I want that the sum of these digits should be equal to, should be divisible by 10. So the sum actually came out to be 17. So by adding 3 to it, I will make it divisible by 10, isn't it? So what do I do with that 1763? I simply concatenate a 3, which is now my check digit. This check digit basically is the digit which is responsible for making this whole thing divisible by 10. Righto? Can we understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me take another example. Let me take as 1625. What should be the check digit?
14. 6.
6. So what do? I add a 6 to it, and then this number is divisible by 10. This whole number is divisible by 10. The sum of these digits is divisible by 10. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, if I change this 2 to a 3, what is wrong now?
Not divisible by 20.
Not divisible by 20. The check digit is not correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir, it's not.
So that means if I now with the check digit, if I take the sum of all these numbers and add them, if I add all the digits, it becomes 19 and it is not divisible by 10. So I'll say this number is not correct. Righto?
Sir, it will become 21.
Yes, sir.
It will become whatever. Okay? Okay. Now check digits are used by computers at various places. Uh, Sometimes even to check whether when a file is sent from a location, can we keep ourselves this, okay. when a file is sent from a particular location and it reaches another location, how does the system come to know कि जो भेजा है वही पाया है यहाँ पर? So they perform something called as checksum. All right. Okay, so this kind of a system is done at various places. What we are going to do is now with the credit card. Let us see the credit card now. The credit card number was 4012 4012 8888 8888 1881. Okay, this is my credit card number. And this is a perfectly valid credit card number. This is the check digit. Okay, we'll perform some process on these numbers, and the sum of the whole thing should be divisible by 10. How is this going to be added? I'll give you the process now, but the whole things का sum जो है ना वो 20 होना, sorry, divisible by 10 होना चाहिए. तो basically ये check digit हमें divisible by 10 बनाएगा. Okay, let us see how the process of adding up happens. I'll copy this again and I'll separate them. Okay, what we'll do is, starting from the right hand side, leaving the check digit, I start doubling each alternate character. So what we'll do is, I'll take this 8 and make this as 16. Okay, so that means the double of this thing is 16. उसके बाद alternate character कौन सा आता है? ये 1. Okay, ये 1 का double कितना हुआ?
So why are we doubling it?
We are doubling. This is a process, beta. This is how we validate. Okay, then which is the next one? This is this 8. It becomes 16. This is again, this is this 8. This becomes 16. Then we have this 8. This becomes 16. Then it is this 8 which becomes 16. And this is then again 1 which becomes a 2, and this 4 which becomes an 8. Can you see what we have done? I'll show you the screen here and see what has happened. So leaving out the last digit, we take the alternate numbers. We start from 8, usko multiply by 2 kiya, हमें 16 आ गया, then 2 आ गया, then 16, 16, 16, 16, 2 and 8. Did you get this?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Okay. इतना process किसी ने get नहीं किया तो मुझे बताओ. I have not started with program yet. I'm just explaining something to you, and this you can do it manually itself. Okay. Next, you saw that some of the doubles are actually 2-digit numbers. If they become 2-digit numbers, we have to add those 2 digits. So that means 1 plus 6 actually becomes a 7. 2 remains a 2. 1 plus 6 again becomes a 7. 1 plus 6 again becomes a 7, then 7, then 7, then 2, and then 8. Can you see what has happened? Yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that means this 16 actually has been converted into a single digit 7. This 2 remains a 2. Okay, it will be difficult for me to use notepad for this. So the 16, उसको आपने actually दोनों digits को add करके उसका 7 बना दिया. Means finally actually we wanted single digit numbers only even after multiplying it by 2. अब तुम क्या करो? अब तुम जो नंबर्स छोड़ दिए थे, जो कि तुम्हारा कौन से थे, जो तुम्हारा चेक डिजिट था और ऑल्टरनेट नंबर्स, वो सारे भी लिख लो. और ये जो 2 लाइंस हैं जो कि डबल किए हुए नंबर्स हैं और जो सिंगल नंबर्स हैं, उन सबको ऐड कर दो. So once you add them, how are we added? You can see it has added 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2. So that means this is 8. Can you see my cursor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7 plus 8 and so on and so forth, going up to the check digit. Add all of them and what we get is a 90. And because 90 is divisible by 10, the credit card number is valid. Right? Righto? Okay. Now, how many of you have not understood all or a part of it? You have all understood? Okay. Okay. You have all understood. Fine. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just take a credit card number. Let me go to a site. So let's take up any number. Let's take this as the number. It's basically a discover card. So it's starting with a 6. So let's take this number and let's perform the process. Okay, I'll just divide these into groups of 4 so that it becomes easier for me. So what are the numbers which we are actually going to double? Anybody? What is the first number that I'll double?
2.
2.
2.
Okay. Can I start it from the left hand side? Can I start doing this process from the left hand side?
Yes, sir. It would mean the same.
It would mean the same. That means, can I start it with the 6?
But
Yes.
it would mean the same only.
Can I start it with the 6? Think
No,
about
sir.
this. Okay, how many
Sir,
people?
because
Yes, because?
the number of digits will always not remain the same.
Yes, because the number of digits are not always going to be 12, 16. If there are 16, fine, you can start it with this. Because when you do alternate from this side, it actually comes to the first one. But if it had been a 17 digit, suppose this is a 16 digit, I had a 9 here also. So don't you think it is actually going up to 0 now? Because alternate starts from 1 now. Don't you think so? Okay, think about this now. So always start from leaving the check digit, start off with this digit. Now, can you do this process yourself on paper and give me the total? I'll give you 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Please do it. Whoever comes up with the answer, just raise your hand. Don't answer. Okay, Anusha is the first one to get the answer. Don't give me the answer yet. Agam is next.
Sir, only the double part.
No, the entire number, whole thing, not the double part. Anusha, you have done the entire thing now?
No, sir. I was doing the steps.
Okay. Please do the entire thing. Do the entire thing.
Sir,
Agam,
can you
Second,
please show the card, the number?
okay. I thought you had written it down. अगम का हैंड पहले से रेज्ड है। Okay, Agastya, you've done the complete thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Arnab, you've done?
Yes, sir.
And Agam, is this complete done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this must be a 2-digit number.
Yes, sir.
What is the first digit, Agam?
So first digit,
The out of the answer of the 2 digits, what is the left digit?
so 5.
5. Is that right, Arnav and Agam? Okay, Agam is just give me the whole number, complete number, answer.
So 53.
53. 53. Is that 53 right?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
53 is coming.
53 is coming. Okay, okay. So if 53 is coming, the whole thing,
No, sir.
Yes,
It's
sir. Whole
50.
thing.
it can't be 53.
Sir, it's 50.
It is 50.
Yes, sir. 5050.
It cannot be 53 because this is a valid credit card number, so it has to be divisible by 10. 53 तो हो ही नहीं सकता.
सर पता नहीं आंसर तो यही आ रहा है.
तो यही आ रहा है. ओके, फिर चेक कर लेते हैं. ओके, 2 का डबल क्या आता है? मैं यहाँ से लिखना शुरू कर देता हूँ. 4 प्लस 9 का डबल क्या आता है? 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. Okay, then comes 1. 1 का डबल is 2 plus 9, इसका डबल भी 9 आता है. Then 0. 0 का डबल 0 है. Then 0. 0 का डबल 0 है. Then 1, उसका डबल 2 है. Then 6, जिसका डबल 12 है, और 1 plus 2 3
Sir,
है.
it is 50.
ये ठीक आ रहा है मेरा? मैं रिवर्स
Yes,
में कर रहा हूँ. ये 2 का डबल मैंने 4 लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पे. ये 9 का डबल मैंने.
Yes, sir, it's correct.
It's correct. Okay.
Sir, in place of 3, sir, we have to put 6 there, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I get it.
हाँ, इन्हें गड़बड़ करा ना फिर. ओके, एंड बाकी नंबर्स, इनका टोटल कितना बनता है? इनका टोटल बनता है 5 and 9 14 and 16 and 25 and 29. इसका डबल्स का टोटल बनता है 29. और जो बाकी हैं वो है 0 plus 1 is 1 plus 0 is 0 plus 9 10 10 plus 0 10 13 13 and 8 13 and 8 21. So ये जो सिंगल्स थे उनका डबल बनता है 21. उसका टोटल करो तो is 50. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes,
so
sir.
we have to
Yes, sir.
calculate them separately, or can we do it all once?
You can, that's up to you. You can do it however you want to do it. Let's take up another number. Okay, let's take up this number. This is also a valid credit card number. Please do this.
So then
Done. What is the answer?
60.
0. Agam did that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see if some others also are doing it. Let's see. Just raise your hand if your answer is coming to 60. Agastya 60?
Yes, sir.
Rishab 60?
Yes, sir. 60. Sir,
Okay.
60.
Anusha 60?
Yes, sir.
Good. Lakshya 60?
Yes, sir.
Arnav also?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Rest all? ओए मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 ही करना है और फिर ऐड ही करना है. Nothing much. Okay. Harshal 60?
Yes, sir.
Good. Agastya also? Okay, so I think the first part is done. The first part of this thing is done. This is the major part which involves the validation. All right. Now you take up any credit card number, अपने पापा का credit card number देखो और उसके calculate करके देखो and whether it comes to be this or not. Yes, it comes to that. So guys, when you are actually entering the credit card number into the system and when you click on submit, the system does not go into the database to check भाई ये क्रेडिट कार्ड इस बंदे का है कि नहीं. सबसे पहले वो चेक करेगा कि क्रेडिट कार्ड पॉसिबल है भी कि नहीं. तभी जाके it actually sends it to the database to figure out okay, this is fine. All right. By the way, when you are actually entering your email ID, if your email ID is not entered correctly, it doesn't even go and verify whether this thing is belongs to somebody or not. Okay, if it contains a space or a special character or something, it will never even go in and check in the database. Okay, the first part of validation is done. In fact, this is the major part of the validation. So there are two things to the validation. Is that is this is called as mod 10 validation. Okay, and the second is the length validation. So these are the two things that you will check in the beginning. If suppose CCN is the credit card number and you say if CCN dot length function is greater than or equal to 12 and CCN dot n dot length function is less than or equal to 19, that means this must be length is fine. I now need to check. So here you will do the mod 10 validation. This algorithm is called as mod 10 algorithm. Okay.
Sir, we
And
also have to check that each character is a number only and it is
is a
not
number. Okay, वो इससे पहले है. So that means आप क्या करोगे कि आप अगर मान लीजिए कोई क्रेडिट कार्ड नंबर ऐसे डाल देता है 4440 स्पेस 12345 स्पेस 4678. सो ऐसे कर लेता है तो इसके अंदर लेंथ में तो स्पेस भी आ जाएगा नहीं. सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज रिमूव द स्पेसेस. हु सेड दिस?
Sir, again.
That means you remove all non-digits from here. So पहला स्टेप तो ये हो गया, उसमें से रिमूव कर दो. तो अब आपके पास क्या होगा, CCN के अंदर सिर्फ डिजिट्स बच जाएंगे, न्यूमेरिक डिजिट्स बच जाएंगे. अब उनकी लेंथ चेक कर लो. अगर उनकी लेंथ ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 12 आती है एंड लेस देन इक्वल टू 19 आती है, देन व्हाट विल यू डू? यू विल परफॉर्म द वैलिडेशन. उसके बाद क्या करोगे? अगर वो वैलिड है तो मैं सिर्फ यहाँ पे ये लिख रहा हूँ, अगर वो वैलिड है तो Then you will actually go and check, you will display the major industry identifier and the issuer number and the account number and so on. So आपका program is basically this. आपने ये एज इनपुट ले लेना यूजर से, फिलहाल आप इनपुट मत लो, आप शुरू में एक क्रेडिट कार्ड नंबर डाल दो, अदरवाइज जब भी आप तो उसको टेस्ट करोगे आपको वो 16 डिजिट डालने पड़ेंगे, सो दैट इज अगेन गोइंग टू बी अ प्रॉब्लम. सो पहले तो सिर्फ एक नंबर डाल दो इसके अंदर जो कि वैलिड हो, और आप फिर चेक करते रहो वेदर इट इज फाइन और नॉट. Okay, so first thing, remove all the non-digits. So only the digits are there. Then you check whether the credit card number is between 12 and 19. If it is there, then check for mod 10 validation, which is this entire process जो हमने अभी शुरू में देखा था. अगर यहाँ पे valid निकलता है तो आप बता दो yes it is valid. आप यहाँ पे display कर दो yes it is valid. Then display this is the major identifier, this is the issuer number, and this is the account number of the person holding this credit card. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it makes sense. अगम तूने वैसे रेज हैंड किया हुआ है कि हो गया है? अगम? Okay.
Sir, it was raised by mistake.
Okay, from previous. All right. अब इस सारे प्रोसेस में कौन सा प्रोसेस ऐसा है जो तुम्हें नहीं आता? Do you know how to remove all non-digits? How can you remove
No,
all?
sir.
You don't know. Okay. So suppose your
They're using replace function.
No, you cannot. You cannot replace. Replace is something which is rarely going to be used. I don't want you to think about replace. Okay. All right.
Okay, sir.
So suppose you have this number and you have an x and some number which and a y and a 9 and a g and a 0 and an r and 7 8 whatever. So this is my number and I want only digits from here. So what I'll do is I will extract each character from here. If it is a number, then I will actually add it to another string. So that means the other string is going to contain only numbers. Can we see this? So we take t as a string and that t is going to contain a blank. And okay, I'll start my that another process which is ccn dot length function, and that's it. I don't need to count. So I'll start off a loop which is where x is equal to 0, x is less than a, x plus plus. This is my standard loop. I'll extract a character if I'll extract a character char c is equal to ccn dot char at x. I will check whether it is a digit. How can I check? I'll say if c is greater than or equal to 0, which is a char, and c is less than or equal to 9, that means that this must be a digit. So I'll say t is equal to t plus c. So t is going to accumulate all the c's from the string which are only digits. Now I'll write ccn is equal to t. So my ccn now will contain only digits. Does this program make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
For
sir.
whom does it not make sense?
Yes, sir.
Agam, you want to ask something?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So what is going to happen is it is going to go from the beginning to the end of the string and it is going to extract each character. If that character is actually a number, it is going to add to t. So that means, don't you think t is basically a string? So it will keep on concatenating those characters. First, it is going to be only a 4. Then it is going to be 48. Then it is going to be 489. Then it is going to be 4890. X is not going to be added because X is not a number, then an 8, then a 9, then an 8, then a 3, then a 9, and so on and so forth. Does it make sense, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I've given you this part. Okay, I've given you this part. I'll give you in something in bits and pieces, yes, but not the whole thing. I've given you the entire structure of the program. This part is all we have done right now. ये तो मैंने पूरा ही बना दिया तुम्हारा, चलो तुम्हारा पूरा ही भला हो गया है, लेकिन आगे भला इससे ज्यादा नहीं होगा. तुमने जो mod 10 वैलिडेशन है वो खुद करनी है. वो कैसे करनी है वो तुम्हें पता है कैसे करनी है. इसके अंदर तुम्हें सम निकालना है. सम निकालने के लिए सपोज आई हैव CCN which is actually storing 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, these digits only. I want to find the sum of all these digits. How am I going to do it? I will use X as a variable for the for loop, A as the length. And because I want the sum, I'll take a sum as an accumulator. For X is equal to 0, X is less than or equal to less than A, and X plus plus. And here I will extract the character. Char C is equal to CCN dot char at X. Okay, now this I don't need to check whether it is numeric digit because we have already done this in the previous loop. So I don't need to I don't need to know whether it is a numeric digit. So I'll simply add to sum. Now I cannot say sum is equal to sum plus C because that way it is going to add an ASCII character. So how do I do this? I'll convert this into integer.parseInt. I'll convert that into a number. But I will have to add a string to this so that, and sum, if I try to display sum here, it is going to display the sum of 1 2 3 4 5 6. इसमें कोई चीज समझ नहीं आई है तो मुझे बता दो.
Excuse me, sir.
हाँ जी बेटा.
Integer.parseInt will convert that string into integer.
Into an integer, yes.
And we are basically converting that char to a string because conversion from char to int is not possible.
It's not possible because integer.parseInt actually takes a string as argument, not a char as argument. So it will never accept a char as argument. ठीक है. So actually वो जो पहले वो है ना जो तुम्हारा पहला कैरेक्टर एक्सट्रैक्ट होगा वो कौन सा होगा 1. It will be in this form. Now C plus double quotes is actually going to convert that 1 into this. And integer.parseInt is going to convert that 1 in double quotes into this. So there is a difference, no? Yes or no? So this C is actually only this. C plus double quotes is actually going to convert it into a string 1. And integer.parseInt is actually going to convert it into a number 1. And that number 1 is going to be added to sum. If you have problem, let me know. Let me know if anybody has any problem. Agam, you have a problem or hand is just raised?
Yes, sir. Sir, when we are making the new string, then do we have to add it using plus is equal to or string the string name and dot concat?
This one?
Yes, sir.
You can do this also.
Yes.
Similarly, you can do this here also. Here.
Yes.
Okay. So in short, what you are going to do is you have C, then you can just convert it into an integer, say integer dot parse int C plus double quotes. Now this x के साथ आप जो भी मर्जी करना करो, इसको डबल करो, डबल हो जाएगा। इसका तुम डबल करके सिंगल डिजिट बनाना है, अगर वो मान लीजिए 16 बन जाता है या 12 बन जाता है या 14 बन जाता है, सो उसको तुम सिंगल डिजिट कैसे करना है वो you know how to do it. Do you know how to convert this 16 into a single digit 7? Yes or no?
Yes.
How will you do it? Who said yes?
By adding it.
By adding. How will you add the two digits? I have a variable called x which contains 16. How will I add the two digits?
By extracting the last two digits.
By extracting the last two digits. There are only two digits. There cannot be more than two digits.
Extracting digit and adding to a variable sum.
Okay, so that means you will use a loop or something for this? Okay, help me now. I have a int x variable containing a 16. I want to make it single digit. That means the final result should be 7. Who is going to help me in this? I can see there are 3 processes to do this. 3 processes to do this. Who is going to help me in this? Agam? Are you going to help me in this?
Yes, sir.
Your hand is raised. So are you going to help me in this?
Yes, sir.
हाँ बोलो. X को हमने single digit कैसे बनाए?
Sir, we will first apply a loop in which we will while in a while loop where x is not equal to 0.
If x is greater than 0. Okay.
Yes, sir. And then in the loop we will sir, first we will create a variable named sum which is equal to 0, and then we will add the value of sum in x in sum plus is equal to x.
Plus equal to x. It will add the whole 16 to it.
No, sir, then we need to reduce 16 also, like x y is equal to 10.
But if I write sum plus equal to x, sum is now 16. Sum में तो मुझे
Not x percent 10.
x% 10. Okay, then we are going to reduce x. So
Yes.
x is equal to x/10.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
This whole thing you are going to do only if x is greater than 9. Don't you think so? Otherwise, you are not going to touch it at all. Yes or no? Okay, doesn't matter. आगे बोलो. This is one
Won't the
process.
condition be like from 12 to 19?
बेटा अगर आप 0 to 9 का डबल करोगे, सो आपका जो डबल बनेगा वो 0 to 18 बनेगा. डोंट यू थिंक सो? और डबल डिजिट्स जितने हैं वो डबल डिजिट्स हैं हमारे पास हैं 10 and 12 and 14 and 16 and 18. राइटो? किसी नंबर को सिंगल डिजिट को डबल करने पे यही डिजिट्स हैं जो डबल बनते हैं हमारे पास. राइट? Okay, Agam, this answer is correct. But can I have a simpler solution? Can we have a simpler solution? There are so many. Okay. Gurusis, tell me. Any other?
Sir, sum is
हाँ जी.
so sum is equal to
हाँ.
x% 10
x% 10
plus
plus
in brackets x%, 10 is in brackets plus x divided by 10.
नहीं, इतना लंबा नहीं है, x upon 10 है,
Yes.
बस यही है.
Yes.
ओके, सो ये जो सारे का सारा प्रोसेस है, इसकी बजाय हम ये भी यूज कर सकते हैं. परफेक्टली राइट गुरसीस, ये सारा प्रोसेस करने की जरूरत नहीं थी, बिकॉज हमारे पास सिर्फ 2 ही डिजिट्स हैं बेचारे, और 2 डिजिट्स हमारे पास वो टेंस डिजिट है और यूनिट्स और 10 डिजिट्स ये पड़े हैं, बस 2 ही हैं. ऐसा प्रोसेस तब हम करते हैं अगर मेरे पास मल्टीपल डिजिट्स हो, फिर मुझे नहीं पता कितने हैं, फिर सबको एक एक करके करते जाओ, देन दिस इज ओके. Now we have got two processes, guys. One process is this given by Agam. One process is this given by Gurasis. There is third process also, which is even simpler than this. 6 का डबल 12 हो जाता है.
So we will divide that number,
Divide that
which is
number.
already doubled.
Divide by what? Divide that number by what? Who is answering? Who is answering right now? Anusha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so divide this. Suppose I'm getting, I got a 6, which actually doubled to 12, and I actually want to make it a 3 now. So how will I make this 12 to a 3? I can make this 12 to a 3 using this process, or I can make it using this process. What else can it be? Can the process be? How can I convert this 12 to a 3?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can the double digit number be subtracted by 9?
Who gave that answer?
Shaunak.
Shanak. Yes, Shanak. Yes, Shanak. That is the third answer. Okay. Can you see that 10 has been 10 will actually, when it is a single digit, it will become 1. 12 will actually become 3. And can you see that there is a relationship between these, and this is 9. So all you need to do is you need to say S is equal to X minus 9. So either you do X minus 9 if it is more than 9, or you do this process, or you do this process, same way you get the same result. Right, Shana, thank you so much for this simplest answer. Okay. Okay, so you know everything, all things and bits and pieces. So this is my total program. You take the number, remove all the non-digits. I have given you the program for that. Then this statement goes as it is. Mod 10 validation is the major program that you're actually going to write. You know how to perform the task on numbers. This is how you're going to perform the task on numbers. This is how you're going to convert that character into a number. Once you get this number, you can do anything. You can make it double. You can do whatever with it. Okay, so how is that going to be done? You have to do it yourself. Rest all is okay. You need to use substring to extract the first 3 letters or 2 letters or whatever letters, and check whether it is 64 or 51 or 39 or whatever it is. Then display the MII or IN or a count number. Yes. Any problems? Any problems, guys? And Nishanti? Any problems? बच्चों okay, no problems, no problems. Okay, Arnav, you have a question?
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी बेटा.
So how we will extract the digit from the backside, like leaving the last digit and then going to the alternates?
I have S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to extract only this part. Don't you know how to do it? This is what you're asking, no? Yes, Arnav?
No, so we have to leave the last digit and then we have to go to the alternate to do the double.
हाँ, you will use a loop ना. जब तुम ऐसा लूप लगाते हो तो आप पहले कैरेक्टर से एक्सट्रैक्शन शुरू करते हो. कर रहे हो ना ये यही
Yes,
तो
sir.
कर रहे हो. आप पहले कैरेक्टर से एक्सट्रैक्शन शुरू कर रहे हो, फिर आप सेकंड पे जाते हो, फिर आप थर्ड पे जाते हो. तो जब आपने ये लूप चलाना होगा, वे विल यू गो फ्रॉम. आप इसकी लेंथ फाइंड करो, आप इसकी पोजीशन फाइंड करो और उस पोजीशन से शुरू करो और यहाँ से x माइनस माइनस करते रहो. x माइनस इक्वल टू 2 कर दो इनफैक्ट, क्योंकि आपको ये पोजीशन से फिर आपने इस पोजीशन पे आना है, फिर आपने इस पोजीशन पे आना है. राइट?
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, ये आपको खुद करना पड़ेगा. ये अगर मैंने यही बता दिया तो तुम्हारा तो प्रोग्राम बन गया. Okay, so this you have to do, figure out yourself. And most of you will be actually doing the double wala addition in one loop and the single wala addition in another loop, and then you will add the two numbers to figure out this. So double wala suppose ये number आ गया और single वाला आपके पास ये number आ गया, फिर आप इन दोनों को सम निकाल सकते हो and then you figure out whether it is divisible by 10 or not. Right?
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vatsal?
Sir, for that single part, single number, sir, I just want to confirm the single numbers are those which we haven't included in the doubling part.
Yes. So the doubling part actually starts from the second last number, that is this number. This is the doubling वाला. यही alternate होता जाएगा left को, और जो single वाला है वो last वाले से शुरू करेगा और फिर double it will alternate on the left. ठीक है ना?
Yes.
ठीक है. So all the best, guys. I'll stop now. We can have another session maybe next Sunday and to figure out the problems that you faced during this week. If you face any problem, you can also write to me. I'll answer you if I feel that it is answerable. If I feel that you can do it yourself, I'll give you a hint and then let you do it yourself. Right? Okay,
sir.
ठीक है. So tentatively we'll meet again on next Sunday, same time. And before that, please work on this. Thank you, Vatsal. We'll meet again. Okay. If you have no questions, then we'll. Thank you, Arnav. Thank you, Lakshay. I'm happy. Okay, चलो फिर अब अगले हफ्ते मिलते हैं. Thank you, Shanak. Anusha, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
and
you, sir.
we'll meet
Thank you,
next.
sir. Bye, sir.
Okay. Bye, beta. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.